Just a reminder that Canelo Alvarez, and we've talked about it, is not a quick starter. So if Caleb Plant is going to make something happen, he needs to do it in these early rounds and get things started. And he's the one that's punching early.
Yes, he definitely wants to back in this early rounds, like you mentioned. Canelo's not a fast starter, and this is where it shows if Plant fed off this energy these people brought, or is he going to come up short? And he's not going to be able to let his hands go. But Plant so far doing a good job.
Canelo said, and I quote, "I hope he has a good chin because he's going to need it."
There's no question about this crowd being into this fight.
And see, that's Canelo poised.
This crowd would register on the Richter scale.
Yeah, true.
There's that jab from Plant again. Known for his jab, known for his quickness, known for his footwork. And Canelo has had issues with slick boxers in the past.
Yeah, Aristotle Lara certainly did well.
Austin Trout.
Austin Trout had good moments.
Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
His only loss. 14-0-1 since that defeat.
But of course, most of those good boxers ended up losing against him. And Caleb Plant using his jab, trying to make that the
There's that
weapon.
chopping right hand by Canelo.
See, Plant, he tends to leave that left hand down. You see the jab, he's got to jab fast, bring it right back up, and he brings it back down. And Canelo, you know, he showed with the right hand.
Canelo after a quick start, much quicker than maybe people anticipated, putting the pressure on Plant early. And for Plant, he needs to establish that jab and really does need to use the real estate.
Use that jab as a setup punch. Use that jab to get out. I mean, jab is key against Canelo tonight.
Plant has 12 knockouts out of his 21 wins. Dropped Jose Uzcategui twice en route to upsetting Uzcategui and becoming a 168-pound belt holder.
Plant has utilized his jab well early, and that's kept him functioning well in this first round. And as we point out, you know, these are not the rounds Canelo normally gets a lot done in.
But Canelo going to the body here in round one and having some success as we are just getting started.
Take a look at what these men need to do to win here tonight for Canelo. Go downstairs early. He started to do that. He wants to get to the body early to stop the movement of Plant. No low periods. Sometimes Canelo kind of will give some rounds away. Nobody in boxing throws the double left hook better than Canelo Alvarez. He hurts you in the body and then the head. As for Caleb Plant, we saw the jab a lot in round number one. He'll keep using it. He's got to throw his combinations and then move, pivot and move. And the most important thing for him is do not get caught on the rope. There were moments there in round one where Canelo tried to do that. Second down.
This is Canelo Alvarez's 60th professional fight, 20th championship bout, 17-1-1, with 6 knockouts in widely recognized title fights. For Caleb Plant, his 22nd professional bout, looking to remain undefeated and become undisputed.
In round number one, Plant threw 24 jabs and landed 6. 6 jabs is what he normally lands in a round.
Oh, there's a left hook that lands for Canelo. And the uppercuts on the inside by Canelo.
I like how Plant is changing the speed on the jab. You want to change it up all the time and have Canelo thinking.
Canelo said the jab is one of the easiest punches to take away, and he will work diligently to take away Plant's jab.
Canelo Canelo's closing the distance quicker than we thought.
Yes, he is.
Now, Plant landed a left hook. In 6 of his last 9 fights, Plant has scored a knockdown with the left hook. I'm not suggesting he's going to knock Canelo down or even hurt him with that punch. Canelo's got a great chin, but Plant needs to use that check left hook.
There's a right hand that lands for Canelo. Backing up Plant. Plant with the jab. Able to reset in the center of the ring.
And again, these are rounds where Canelo usually, is slow.
Yeah, it's like Mayweather collects that data. And then starts to wear you down, although he's going to the body and then upstairs with a left hook. And right uppercut by Plant.
Punches that Canelo's known for, the body shot, the hook to the head.
Oh, there was a left hook upstairs and a left hook delivered by Canelo. So maybe the action, but a pickup earlier than expected.
Yeah. And you can see already Canelo taking away the jab from Plant because he's the one.
Well, I don't know. He managed to get a few of those jabs in there as Canelo goes downstairs with a left hand upstairs.
I think the jab is still working for Plant. That doesn't mean it's going to continue to work the whole fight. But Canelo's looking for that left hook to the body, and
he landed it.
Yeah.
45 seconds left here in the second round. 3 punches with that left hand by Plant. Blinding jab by Canelo before going downstairs with the right, left.
Canelo is trying to pinpoint that left hook, and he's getting closer to doing that.
And at moments, Plant finds himself on the ropes. He catches 2 punches, 3 punches, but he is able to come back with his own.
Yeah, he's showing his poise early in this fight.
There's another right hand and a right uppercut, left hand by Canelo. And again, everything that Canelo throws, even if it doesn't land, will draw a huge response from this partisan crowd.
Sit down. Just relax. You followed the game plan. It's fine. Get a little air here. We're good. Nice and calm. Okay, you receive when you try to go in, so just be careful. Okay, he's starting to go in a little bit. That's when you got to move in. And feint a little bit. And come with the counter punch. And keep moving. And don't get desperate. This rhythm he's not going to be able to withstand. And start to tag him.
Canelo Alvarez, trainer, has been with him his entire career. Eddie Reynoso celebrating his 45th birthday tonight, hoping it is an extra special night. And he says the experience and heart of Canelo are keys as Plant begins to establish the jab and get more aggressive, going to the body.
One of the things we also said then that was interesting was feinting, and that is something Canelo can do well to attack after that.
Now from the jab from Caleb, even though most of those punches aren't landing, they're going to Canelo's legs, but he's keeping Canelo at bay. He's keeping him at the distance where Plant wants to be.
Canelo says this is the most important fight of his life at the end of his career. He wants to be considered one of the all-time greats, period, full stop. While Plant said if it wasn't for boxing, he would be dead or in jail.
Boxing saved him. You know, Canelo lands 47% of his power punches, which is everything other than the jab. And tonight, so far early, he's landing 45%. So when he throws that punch, those punches, he's doing well.
And one thing about Canelo has had difficulty cutting off the ring in many fights we've seen, Abner.
Yes, Canelo, he's a pressure fighter. He works the body really good. I think that's what helps him, corner the fighters and eventually get them tired. But yes, not the best fighter to cut off the ring.
But then when he does finally get to you, he gets the job done.
Yeah, again, it's because of the body work.
There's a jab that landed for Plant as they mix things up on the inside just past the halfway point of round number 3. Canelo continues to put on the pressure, walking down Plant. High guard and that lead left hook. Jab parried by Canelo. The left hook lands downstairs by
Plant had from the press conference encounter. We'll keep an eye on that. It has not been active yet.
And Plant said Canelo made it more personal by doing what he did. But once the bell rings, Abner, you got to put those emotions aside. So much at stake in this historic matchup.
Most definitely. And Plant mentioned, hey, most of the fighters that Canelo has faced, come already mentally defeated prior to the fight. Not me. And he's showing it tonight. He showed it at the press conference. He's a confident man.
Canelo continues to lead with the left hook. Jab by Plant. Canelo still able to go downstairs.
Yeah, the left hook to the body. Canelo has found a home for that, but these are very close and competitive rounds, as we expected the early rounds to be.
Abner Morris at ringside, joined by Brian Custer and Jim Gray. This is round number 4 to determine the first ever undisputed champion at 168. Plant busy with the jab and going back downstairs.
You know, the Caleb Plant of a couple years ago would not set down on these punches like he's doing now. He has gotten much better at that.
Right hand is low, though. Has to be careful of that left hook from Canelo.
This is going to be an interesting round because this is the round where Canelo usually steps it up a little bit more.
Absolutely.
And you listen to pundits, and they would say that it would be the onus on Plant to establish and win those early rounds because of his technique, because Canelo does take a while to get started. Low output, high accuracy, but once he figures you out, he breaks you down and then defeats you.
You know, it's interesting. Plant is doing a little more feinting now than Canelo. We heard Eddie was also asking Canelo to feint. From a purely activity standpoint, Plant has thrown 147 punches to only 79 by Canelo. Not shocking again for early in the fight.
And yet Canelo's punches are landing.
Plant trying some gamesmanship, but you know, the little cut under the eye has shown a little bit of wear and tear now.
Oh, rips the left hook again, and Abner again. It's that low output, high accuracy. Canelo might not throw a lot of punches, but he lands repeatedly.
And he makes them count. Every single punch that he throws is with bad intentions. Up to the body, he's breaking you down to the head. He's got the 1 KO power. Again, Canelo, he doesn't throw much, but everything accuracy, and it's meant to be harmful.
Interesting.
Through 4 rounds.
Well, Caleb Plant doesn't really want to be on the ropes too much, and yet, though Canelo has done some very good work there, not everything landing. And Plant's showing some pretty good defensive skills here when he's on the ropes. A couple of those punches getting in, but not perfectly, and he shows a little bravado after that. Later on in the round, Canelo able to be a little bit more effective when he has Plant on the ropes. There's a beautiful left hook. And the left hook of Canelo has gotten there sometimes, but that one was really an excellent shot.
Comedian Dave Chappelle, big fight fan, constellation of stars in attendance.